Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We just completed the eviction on this house flip. It was one I bought from a wholesaler, and it was supposed to be vacant, but obviously it was not vacant, so we had to go through the eviction process. We think the occupant was still living there, but he was not here when we did the eviction, and the two sheriff's officers were a little worried that we might run into a corpse. So luckily we did not. Hopefully he just left, but we'll walk through the house, show you what it looked like before the eviction and what it looks like after the eviction as well. It took us about an hour and a half. We had about 10 guys here, and that's how the eviction process works in Colorado. You have basically an hour, maybe a little more, to get the job done, and that is it. So you have to bring a big crew. We have one dumpster. That wasn't enough. Here's the stuff that's going to go in the second dumpster when that gets here too. And they have 24 hours to come get their things. After 24 hours, we can get the dumpster out of here, clean up everything else, and get it out of here. So we'll take a look at the house before the eviction. Getting ready for our eviction, and here comes the dumpster. So we'll take everything from the house, put it in the dumpster, and you leave the dumpster there, giving them a chance to come get their stuff, and then after a few days, you can take the dumpster away. So the sheriffs are knocking on the door to see if he's there right now. We'll see if he's there or not. We have no idea. All right, so the guy is not here, but all his stuff is here. So I'll do a video real quick of everything, showing what it looks like. The sheriffs just walked through, and it sure looks like he may or may not still be living here. So all his stuff goes in the dumpster. We leave the dumpster open so we can come get it, and after 24 hours, we can take the dumpster away. And we lock him out, and that's the eviction. It's done. It's over with. Here's our little sheet, and we'll show you what the property looks like right now. So, a little creepy, because yeah, it certainly looks like he's still living here. And nobody has jumped out at us. And the police were actually slightly worried that he might be in here not living anymore. So we talk about the murder houses in our evictions. Well, could be even worse. So this house needs a lot of work, as you can see, but it was extremely cheap and still should be a good deal.
That's weird that there's like curtains. Yeah. So here's the deal, man.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Sorry. All right, we got interrupted because the sheriffs want to check the attic because they definitely think he's still living here. And they checked the outbuildings. They don't think he's in there. So either he just left and left with most of the stuff, or he left for the day and is in denial, hoping nothing happens. But you can hear everybody upstairs in the process of. All right, so here's the basement. It does have a finished basement and some really awesome rooms down here. We'll see what Nikki has to say after seeing this property, because she did not see it when I decided to buy it. Laundry room. You never know what. Oh, weird closet thing. The coolest thing we ever found in a property was, ooh, that's nice. Oh, $5,000 in cash in a closet. However, I gave it back to the old owner. So we bought it from the MLS. It was an older gentleman who sold it to us, and we think he just kind of forgot it was there. And so we did contact him and give it back to him. So hopefully that karma at some point comes back to me with some of these properties. So we'll get this all cleaned out. All this furniture has to go in the dumpster. And then I'll kind of show you what it looks like after we're all done. And then you can see what the house looks like cleaned out. Okay, here's the backyard. We also weren't sure if he may have been in one of these buildings, but he was not. I did find part of a cow skull, maybe. There's like, where was it? The sheriff's told me to stop digging too deep. Oh yeah, part of a rabbit leg right there. Real interesting stuff. And in here, I don't think I've been in here yet. Oh, this is the nicest part of the property right here. All this stuff. Well, we'll see if they make us move all this stuff out of the garages or not. Sometimes if we just leave them open, they're fine with it. That's old, but junky looking. We'll see if they make us move all these things or not, but what's all the garage spring? And then there's another interesting building back here, and I have not been in this one either. Oh, part of an engine. An old keg. Look, like, I mean, that looks like he's been doing that stuff fairly recently. Maybe not, but there's no dust right there. I mean, look at that old brick. It's kind of interesting back here. I thought it would be a lot junkier and destroyed. So, you know, we might not have to just tear down these buildings. We could just clean them up some. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Who needs that door? Oh, it's always a good sign when there's trees or plants growing into your buildings. Lockers. Oh. This is when you make sure you have your tetanus shot. Nothing. All right, so that's the property. I'll show you the back of the house again real quick. We'll get it all cleaned out, and then Nikki can yell at me for buying it, and we'll figure out what to do with it. And as you can see, the eviction is in process right now. I bought this from a wholesaler, and it's supposed to be vacant when I bought it. However, the guy never moved out, and we had to go through the eviction process. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so the eviction's done. About an hour and a half later, we had like 10 guys here. And you can see we filled up one dumpster all the way. We have another dumpster coming, it's not here yet. The rest of the stuff we left in the yard. And we have to leave it here for 24 hours. Then we can come pick it all up, get rid of it. Now, I have to admit, I felt a little bad about watching everybody do the work, but not quite bad enough to help them. No, I did a little bit, not much, but a little bit. You can see my blue steel card is here from when I left it on the door to try and get him to talk to us, and he wouldn't talk to us. So here is what it looks like after it's all been cleared out. See the hardwood floors? You know, they're not great, but we can refinish these. One bad thing about this house is it has one central heating vent. That is it. So we'll have to put in a new heating system. New lights, fixtures, paint, all kinds of stuff. This is probably plaster with like 3 layers of wallpaper on it. So wallpaper is coming in again. Maybe we'll just put a 4th layer of wallpaper on it. No, I'm not sure exactly what we'll do, but you can just see. Oh, that's not too bad, but it's old, coming apart. 2 bedrooms up. Like I said, it sure looked like he is living here. And in the past, the sheriff always posts 72 hours beforehand that, hey, the eviction's coming soon, you know, be ready, better get out of here if you want your stuff. However, they told us, hey, we don't post those notices anymore. So, I mean, there is the chance that he didn't even know the eviction was today. I mean, he should have gotten it posted on his door, letters, all of that stuff, but he may have forgotten. Who knows? It's just weird that he left so much stuff. So the sheriff said we can actually post our own 72-hour notice now. So we'll probably do that from now on. All right, they were worried because those curtains on the attic that somebody might be living up here or stuck up here. The sheriff was really thought the guy might have killed himself based on how they see it, and they see a lot of evictions. So we can see some of the fantastic wiring up here. Hopefully that's all old and just the new stuff right here is being used. But that is something we'll definitely get checked out. Wow. Just ripping the curtains off. Hate it. So much nicer in here. It was so dark and dingy, and it smelled like cigarette smoke, like crazy. And just opening it up makes it smell so much better. You can see the walls where the pictures were. 20 some odd years of smoke caked on them. The amazing eat-in bench thing there. The kitchen still had lots of food and stuff in here. Lots of beer cans all over. The fridge, one of my rules is don't ever open fridges, but I always break it. It really wasn't that bad. We've seen some pretty nasty ones, so it wasn't horrible. Downstairs. I mean, I have not been down here since everything was cleaned out, so we'll see what it looks like. It's not a bad house. So we bought it for like $155. Probably worth $280 to $285, I would say, after it's all fixed up. Hey, you can see that's the sewer line most likely. And it is fairly new. That's a good sign. Some of that's galvanized. You can see that's galvanized, that's copper, so we'll have to replace all that galvanized, but some of it is copper. The wiring was really scary in some spots, like some of that is really old, some of that is newer, so we'll have to go through all that and make sure that's all, you know, good and not going to burn the house down. But boy, we're probably going to spend at least $50,000, maybe a little more on the rehab once you get into all the wiring, HVAC, plumbing. The roof, I think, he thinks it's okay. I think it's from 2008, which means it's probably been hailed on about 10 different times. That, I still don't know what's going on there. Used to have some kind of fireplace. I don't know. And then back here, water heater. That's like the main source of heat, this weird heater thing. I'm not even sure what that is or how that works. But it was working and on when we got here. And then you have this room, which cannot be a bedroom because it's got your space heater and there's no closet. And technically, it doesn't have an egress window, but it would be grandfathered in, which would allow you to still call it a bedroom without it breaking something. And then this room here which does have a closet and all kinds of crazy candles, I guess. There you go. Oh, I almost forgot. Look at this. Pretty sure that's a $10 winning lottery ticket. Have no idea how old it is or if it's still good, but found something good out of here. All right, so that's what the house looks like after the eviction, after the process. They didn't make us take all of the stuff out of the garages. They said leave those open. As long as they're open and he can come get the things, that's fine. Just have to get all the stuff out of the house. And now, after 24 hours, we have full possession now. But after 24 hours, we can empty everything else out, get this place cleaned up, ready to go, and come up with a plan for rehabbing it and remodeling it and what all we will do here. All right, so thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys appreciate the fun stuff that goes on in real estate. It's not always glamorous. Sometimes it's very dirty and very disgusting. Some of these blinds and stuff in this house literally had a 1/4 inch of dust and dirt on them. They had not been moved in years, so not always fun. I really thank, the contractors, the guys we got here to help do all this too, because I know it's not fun for them either, so appreciate them taking the time out of their day to help us do these not so fun jobs as well. All right, we'll be back with more videos and more videos of this house as well as our other flips soon. Appreciate all the likes, subscriptions, comments, all that stuff. Keep them coming.